Now here's an example from KD8 on finding the area. My question is, what is its area? I find the actual question word and the actual question mark. What is its area? So I'm going to immediately, okay, I'm expecting to find the area. The surface of a rectangular table is 4 feet long and 2 feet wide. What is its area? So area of a rectangle, the area of a rectangle is calculated by multiplying the height dimension by the width dimension. Height and length are the same thing. It's just a matter of perspective. 4 feet long, because it is telling me the length of that table. If I were to stand the table on its side, it would be 4 feet high off of the ground. And so I'm going to put 4 feet here. I have to include that unit. Multiplied by, and the width number is 2 feet. So it's going to be 2 feet. I don't need a side calculation for 4 times 2 because I know my 2's and my 4's very well. 4 times 2 is 8. But I have to remember that area is always measured in square units. And so I'm going to write square feet. Then I go to my computer. They already have the unit for me. The square feet part is already written for me. And so I just need to type in 8. And I got it. Going to do another example with area. So now, in this example, I'm asked, my actual question is, how long is each side of the sheet metal? So I am not asked about the total area, and I am not asked about the total perimeter. I'm asked to find the length of each side of the sheet metal. So let's see. A square piece of sheet metal, so I know that I'm dealing with a square, has an area of 64 square meters. So because I'm told the area, I know that I'm not going to use the perimeter relationship. I am going to use the area formula. So the area of a rectangle is calculated by multiplying the height dimension by the width dimension. And they tell me that this is a square. And so I remind myself that in a square, the height dimension and the width dimension are the same. Okay, I'm dealing with this piece of metal that I'm looking at is in the shape of a square. It's a special rectangle, not just a regular rectangle. How long is each side? So the 64 square meters. I need to write the unit and make sure I put the square meters there. 64 square meters. So I'm looking for a number that multiplied by itself gives me 64. I know that 1 times 1 is 1, which is too small. I know that 10 times 10 is 100, which is too big. I know that 5 times 5 is 25, which is too small, so I'm going to go up from there. I'm going to think, okay, 6 times 6 is 36. Still too small. 7 times 7 is 49. Still too small. 8 times 8 is 64. Great, I found it. 8 times 8. So the height is 8 meters and the width is 8 meters. Because in a square, each side is the same length. And so I go to IXL and I just need to type in 8. H, the height dimension is 8 meters. Okay, or you could have written W, the width dimension is 8 meters. Both of these are correct. I'm going to type in 8, make sure that I wrote 8, and hit enter. We'll do one more example with area, because you're not always going to have a square. Okay. My actual question is, what is its area? So I'm looking for area. So I'm going to write and say that formula. The area of a rectangle is calculated by multiplying the height dimension by the width dimension. Now I'm going to read for information. A rectangular sticker is 10 centimeters tall and 3 centimeters wide. Oh no, I don't want to do this example. We've already done one just like this.